Hello, hello, filthy animals. Back again. Division 5 games again, and we have Reece against Plop. Plop, one of the best names ever. One of the best words ever, let's be honest. The best words in the world, of course, we all know, is blancmange and oblong. Yeah, oblong is the best word in the world. Anyway, enough about words. Let's get on with this. So, Reece on a Vanguard. Kind of unusual to see Vanguards, but yeah, I like to play Vanguard quite a lot. And we are playing on Orchard East, so we're going to be looking for a big hill push, I imagine. And with the first Piechoty, we've got IL2s forever and a day. We've got some clusters in here. He's invested in a lot of artillery, which is unusual. I do like the 122s, to be honest. These are good as AT weapons as well with the heat on them. They can come in handy on killing some bigger pieces of armor. As you can see, 40% accuracy, 1500 meters range. Not the fastest rate of fire, but you know, penetration 160 millimeters with heat. Pretty tasty, really. Pretty tasty. And he's got plenty of those. I'm surprised, to be honest, with this one in B phase, I would be up vetting this. Just you get more accuracy on the heat when you need it, more accuracy on your HE overall. And you're probably not going to be buying in 6 of these at 130 points in B phase, especially when you move into C. But it all depends on what his opponent's income is, which I have not checked as of yet. Anyway, tank tab, T70s, yum yum, but he's not opted for the card of these ones, which may be a bit of a mistake, but we're not. He's up against first Fallschirmjäger, I do believe. So maybe he just thinks these are not worth the bother. But they're pretty handy little tanks, the T70s. They are nice. They've got decent pen on them for what they are, and a decent rate of fire. Like 10 rounds per minute. And cheap and cheerful. Nice little infantry support unit as well. Only 0.8 damage on that, but you've got a DT as well, so yeah, it's quite nice. But yeah, the tank slots are quite expensive, but he's opted for the T70 leader, which yeah, makes sense, makes sense. And he's got 4 other leaders in A in his infantry tab. Of course, we've got the beautiful disheartened units here, 20 strength. He's only using 1 card of them, though. And in B, he's not got any in A, which is unusual. And of course, the SVTs are plenty in this division, so really nice stuff there for them. They can do some work. Against Fallschirmjäger, going to be a bit tricky, but in terms of cost efficiency, much better. Yeah. What more can we say about this, really? PTRS rush, yeah, the start onto the hill, into the forest and stuff, this makes sense. You got the fast M42 to do work, all looking pretty good here, pretty good. And let's go and have a look at his opponent, the ploppiness of plopsters. And here we are in the kingdom of Plop Plop. And we got bazooka Shreks in here, and a couple of the old snipers doing the sniper things. Strength 3, so better than the usual snipers. I believe I've heard Protozoka say this sniper rifle as well is particularly good. Oh, it's got a scope on it, so is it super accurate or something? I don't know, but I hear it's good. And it's double vet as well, so yeah, nice. And we got Tigers, and we got the Jagdpanzer 4s. So the choice from Reece for those artillery weapons does make sense, because 160mm heat rounds will be able to pen both the Jagdpanzer 4 and the Tiger with 125. Yeah, 125, and what was this one? Yeah, 130. And he's got a Pack 43 in here, Mr. Plops. I think that is a mistake, to say the least. A bit of overkill there. You're not really going to need this, because you're only coming up against the T-34 76s. So probably better off. Oh, you can only get these in A. Ah, right. I see. I see the issue. These would probably still be a better option. They've got a decent chance of penning. Nazon might have been an option if you're going to go for that. But yeah, his armor should be able to deal with it. What else we got in here? The IG-18s as well can help. Oh, of course, the LG-42s as well. They're going to be popping tanks here. This I would remove personally. And taking them at 2 vet as well seems a bit of a waste. And 2 points would have been better spent elsewhere, possibly in the air tab, because you're going to have to deal with all those IL2s. He's got the bad resilience fighter. You got good options in your air tab here, so probably would have been better spent in here. What else we got going on here? MG42s. Only one light machine gun here. But the bonus of this is you do have the option for cheaper infantry in the first Falch, unlike some of the other Fallschirmjäger divisions. He's not opted for the Ostlegionnaires to bulk out, so it's like Fallschirmjägers and basic grenadiers with one light machine gun throughout. He's got a plenty of those. Stern Pioneers in B to help out. Pretty nice setup. No flamers in A. Could be a mistake. Could be a bit of a mistake here. Oh, we've got a sauce trooper, no, so we've got some Molotovs at least. So these come in really, really handy at the start of the game. And yeah, the Jagdpanzer, I believe they're locked in A. Yeah, they are locked in A, so yeah, just one vet, two of those. But he's gonna be a little bit open to some more lighter armor coming through. So the T-34s seems to be all that Reece has. Anyway, what else we got here? Just ramble away like a complete idiot as usual. Yeah, the AA options, this is a mistake. This is a no-no. You want to be removing this. And these have been boosted up, because before it was like 1 and 2. Now you get 2 in A, 37mm at 1 star, mobile. Oh yeah, so it should have been this. Should have been this, really. This is a mistake. This thing is generally a waste of time. It does look nice though, doesn't it? For purely aesthetic purposes, it is kind of a pretty vehicle. I do like it. Oh. Oh. I can imagine going on a nice little trip to the countryside with this. Some nice little tables in the back. You can have a picnic and... Anyway, I think I'm rambling again, aren't I? Alright. Let's go and see what's going to go down. And here we are on Osh East. And something I forgot to mention, Plop. I was just commenting about his AA. Of course, this is on a pre-patch game. So these you only get 1 in A and 2 in B. So that's probably what he was thinking with that pick there. And I forgot to note, you probably saw for yourselves anyway, so it is a Vanguard versus Vanguard, which should make this quite interesting. Anyway, as we're Division 5, I'm going to be talking about ways to deploy. So red side, there's usually a rush. You need to get some flamers into here, and flamers into here, machine guns, anti-tank rifles if you can. Same from blue side, down this road into here, into these buildings to secure these flags. Often you get light, AT guns coming down to here. You can usually push into around about this area from red side with flamers, possibly even up to here. Sometimes you can even sneak into this position. But quite often you get AT guns coming onto the road here or into this position here to cover this main road. From red side, we do sometimes see some machine guns, some light AT guns coming into this position and moving around through this little town, trying to sneak onto this flag. Then if you can secure this forest and get AT guns into here, really good. As you probably might have seen from the previous game, which was game 2 with Maned Wolf and Vaz. And on this side, oh, we're off. So yeah, anyway, I'll just get into the game. So I'm going to be trying to give a little bit of critique. Well, this deployment here is crazy and silly. This deployment here should have deployed on the hill here. Because Reece has asked for some critique about things here and there. So, first mistake here, I would say. Like I was saying, you want to deploy something into here straight away. Reece, to me, seems like he knows how to play the game now, he's got a good idea, but it's more about understanding the maps and deploying. You can get into here. And same from Plop here, you really want fast units to get into here. Same down here, this is really minimal deployment, he's going full on for the hill. It's a nice idea to do this. Sostrupen, just 2 into the forest, he just wants to hold minimal in the north and the south and push heavy in the centre. He's got 2 Tigers! Pack 40 already straight out into the road. PTRS really advancing quite far forward. He should be watching these and unloading them. Now they're just going to die for nothing. They could have picked off those transports there and done some nice work, but now they're just all going to die. Big clash on the hill. In the north, Reece looks like he's going to win out over there eventually. He has rushed flames into here, like I said. You can do this. And it's secured the flag in the bottom. Over here, the Grenadiers have been spotted out, and they're going to get obliterated. So Plop is going to collapse in the south here. We're pushing hard onto the hill. The Tigers are coming right out into the open. Looks like he's really going to be pushing on this side. Not sure what his plan is. If he's planning to bring a tank over to here, that would be a nice idea. If he could bring it all the way across here, cover this road, and cover this road for reinforcements. Could be really dangerous. Sostrupen still holding onto this flag just about. Not sure how much longer to keep it. Half-track has snuck around there. The main fight is certainly in the centre. The leader needs to be falling back, and Plop is on it. Does fall back there. 2 machine guns in here. Very, very good choice. That's what you want to be doing. 15-9 already for Reece, so looking really strong at the moment. Just 1 flamer into here. Yeah, usually want to be... I sometimes just do this, like 1 unit in there, then reinforce later on. Saperi or something with TNT. A couple of these units in here can be really good. They can hold that position for a long, long time. But Plop has really dropped the ball in the southern position here. He is reinforcing now. Luckily, he's only just lost 1 flag at the moment. This, he might lose very briefly. But a lot of Grenadiers coming in. Yeah, unfortunately, the reinforcement roads are a bit silly on this map sometimes. Needs a machine gun back here or some kind of IG-18 to help clear this up. Sostrupen advancing forward. And they're going to get completely annihilated. The Tigers, he's now repositioned them to the centre of the town. They should be moving out into the open and dealing with these machine guns. It's 18, now it's 17-7. Reece causing all kinds of problems for Plop. He's really gone hard into the centre. These Tigers can dominate, so he needs to get them advancing forward as soon as possible with his infantry ahead. He has enough infantry in here to mop up on the hill. If he takes the hill, then he can definitely get back into this game. More Grenadiers coming in now. So IG back here for Reece. Reece is really low in the south, and now Plop has reinforced. He has a decent chance of taking back these flags. Unfortunately, this MG is going to cause a hell of a lot of problems for him. This heavy machine gun. In the south, I think this flag is not going to last too much longer. Tigers still not moving. I'm not sure what Plop is worried about here. The AT guns that they have, they can do some damage to the Tigers, but the Tigers are pretty sturdy things. He needs to take advantage of his early armour. He's going to invest this much money, this many points into his armour. He needs to take advantage. Jagdpanzer IV coming out in the north. That's going to be really hard to pick off for Reece, for sure. Sostrupen is still alive in the forest here, but hidden. These half-tracks are going to get obliterated by the tank. What else we got going on? All the units here were picked off in the open, unfortunately, by the Strelki, or the version of the Strelki for the Polish, and the machine gun. So just 1,000 Jaeger surviving, which probably is going to sweep through into here and annihilate this flamer, unless it gets completely flamed and surrendered. IG gun hitting out now. Probably going to take down this unit in the building. Oh, it doesn't have eyes on it. Actually, I think it was firing at this one. So Plop is slowly clawing his way back into this game. He's still being double ticked, but he's not panicking. He's just sort of figuring, okay, it's okay, it's okay. It's not so much of a problem. Bringing in some mortars now into the centre. Not a bad idea. But I'm still really surprised why he's not advancing his Tigers far forward. Oh, now we see one moving. Yeah, he should really have taken these 2 flags by now. There's nothing really stopping him. Jagdpanzer IV. There's no need for it to advance quite this far forward. It's okay sat where it is. Sostrupen coming in. They might Yeah, they're very likely to get picked off by this PTRS here, which would be an unfortunate loss. An IG over here would be very nice, or just repositioning this one to fire down. I originally thought this IG was going to this position, which can be usually pretty handy from here to help fire into the forest if you lost it. And now we see Plop advancing in the centre. The Tigers are still alive. Needs to move up his Fallschirmjäger. Really needs to move them up. We've got some mortar fire coming in now. It's going to start picking off his infantry. And the mortars are firing back at the other mortars. And they are in radio range as well, so this should get picked off really quickly now. Maybe just one salvo from these mortars. Maybe just stop it from firing now. This will probably do the trick, I think. 3 rounds. 1, 2. Oh, 2 did the trick. Yeah, I was going to say, with a radio, you'd expect it to do the trick really quickly. So it's 1 mortar down. He really needs to advance forwards. So more Fallschirmjäger coming forwards now. He's still being double ticked. He has to gain a flag soon. Distinct lack of aggression. T-34's in the south now. No AT guns coming out. A punching into here would be very nice. Jagdpanzer IV is around in the southern position now. That's really going to help out. Just needs to advance his infantry forward to spot out the machine guns and the infantry here. The Jagdpanzer will do the rest of the work for them. Plop's looking pretty good, but Reece is reacting in the south, bringing in a hell of a lot of infantry here. Wants to make sure he doesn't get pushed out of this region. He's looking really weak on the hill though. And Plop is not taking advantage here. He really should be pushing so hard. Can't emphasize that one enough. And now we see the IL-2s coming in. And there's no AA in the north. This AA piece is in a terrible position. This Jagd Panzer is going to go down. That's an awful loss for Plop. Absolutely awful. Oh dear. Oh dearie, dearie me. And it's gone. And the IL-2 is going to finish off this infantry as well by the looks of it. That's pretty horrific. But at least the fighters are. He's going to pick off both these IL-2s. Or is it? Oh, it's too fast. This is a problem with super fast fighters. He probably should have targeted the AT plane, I would say. Get rid of that, because that's going to be the biggest threat for him. And looks like Plop is going to get this double tick off fairly soon. Or maybe not. Oh, please advance your infantry. Please advance your tanks. Advance your infantry. Even then, it would still be getting ticked. Fallschirmjäger, I don't know what they're doing. They're playing hide and seek with themselves in this town. They just need to advance forward here. Meanwhile, Reece is the one who's starting the attack now in the southern position, moving his T-34s forward. So Pack 40 is coming in for Plop. Little bit too late, but once he gets out here, we'll be able to pick off this armour fairly easily. Reece with some nice reconnaissance over here as well, so he should be able to spot out that pack once it's in position. And if the infantry are in position as well, they will be able to pick off that pack and help out. Pack is actually firing into this little building complex here. And the machine gun's been revealed. The Strelky SVT guys have been revealed. IL-2 coming into bomb as well. Should by all rights get this flag fairly soon, but he might lose the one in the southern position. And the fighter coming in again, too fast. You really have to time bringing these in, because they just don't do the job. And we've got 2 Tigers coming in the south. What's this double Tiger buying? He's still being double ticked. He's finally got the flag on the hill. Why on earth he's not going for this, I cannot fathom. The double tick is really hurting him at this point. Grenadiers sat in vehicles here. If this PTRS just pops his nose out, he will be able to take some of these guys out for nothing. It's like Plop has been distracted, I guess, by what's going on down in the south. This looks like a bit of a panic buy-in. 2 tigers seems a bit much. Or, again, we are on the vanguard, so it looks like he just wants to get a lot of heavy armor out. And then just sit there and wait, and then bring in the infantry as the game goes on. But he's going to need some AA scattered all over the map. He needs some more in the centrally positioned. A Pack 41 back here. And a 37mm down here if he can. Really needs that soon. And the Tigers now are going to pick off all this armor. The pack has gone down, unfortunately. Not sure what that went down to. I think it might have been an IL-2 bomber. And now we see the big boom. Artillery. It's got 1,500 meter range. So if the Tiger comes to this position, this will be able to take it out with the heat. No problem whatsoever. But Reece has now got into this forest and should secure it fairly shortly. Then if he gets a couple of packs into this position, getting some side shots onto the Tigers, we'll be able to take that out. But Reece down to 13-11 or 14-10 now, but it's a single tick for Plop, so that's much better. 13 minutes to stabilise. He's really got the hill, and Reece might be dropping the ball a bit here. He's pushing, he's done really well on the flanks, but in the centre he seems to have just given it up a bit. He's been very, very lucky that Plop has not been more aggressive. And the AA is now firing, but still it's in a horrible position, so it does, the IL-2 does get its bombs off. The Sagittario fighters coming in, it should take this down. And I gotta sneeze, I gotta sneeze. Woohoo! Yeah, I had a bit of a cold lately. Oh dear. Anyways, it did go down, didn't it? Is that it? A big steaming wreck of IL-2? Looks like it. So still got a single tick for Reece, so looking really good for him at the moment. But there's still a lot of game left in this game. Plop advancing his infantry forwards. When you see the front line go like this, you should know there's nothing here, so I can get a guy into here. You do need to be careful with reinforcements, because it is kind of stupid the way they do this in the game. Because if you want something to go here, it will come through this road. So you need to sort of bring it in to here. Just fast move it to here. As soon as it appears, then get it to unload to here, and it should be fine then. But it's really hard to micro that kind of thing. It's a big pain in the ass on this game. 12-12! Plop has stabilised. Got leader in decent position. The Grenadiers, they're not going to have much fun against these guys with their Molotovs. Stern Pioneers are coming in now. They will have a lot of fun against Mr. Molotov. And Plop looks like he might get a tick on against Reece now. But he's still not making any advance on the hill. These Tigers, they've not, one of them's done a bit of work, but the other one was just a huge waste of points really at the start. And he has moved up his infantry. He has secured 2 flags, and Plop has got a single tick on. The tanks in the south have now arrived. We've got Flak 36 battling away with the 85mm here. Who's going to win? The battle of the AA. Looks like the Allied AA is doing a trick at the moment. Which one is better? HE 176, 12 rounds per minute, 10%. What's this one? They are. This has got a slower rate of fire, so the 85mm is probably going to win out overall here. IL-2 coming in. Is he going to get? Oh, that's dangerous, and it does go down. That's a heavy, heavy loss for Reece. That's one of the few things he's got to kill Tigers. The artillery piece. Oh, the artillery is helping out to pin this AA as well. Does need to bring this forward, I feel, or bring another one in. Try and unload it round about where this AA is. And then get some shots off at this Tiger. The Tiger's going to take out the AA here, but... Oh, the AA can pen the Tiger. Oh, he goes down. Nice takedown. But Reece did have some units in here, but Plop, good reactions. He saw the threat, saw the danger, brought in the Stern Pioneers to clean out his forest. Now Reece is under heavy pressure in the south. 12-12 is back on. Reece moving his His machine gun's out of cover now. They're not on return fire on it. They're starting to pick some people off. Oh, and here come the disheartened into this forest. They're going to pick off this Fallschirmjäger, and Plop needs to reinforce into this area and hold this flag. Also, could do with some supplies for his mortars. In the north, he's just about holding onto this flag. The Stern Pioneers had a decent time over there, but a little bit exposed. More Stern Pioneers coming in, and more Stern Pioneers, and more Stern Pioneers, and more Stern Pioneers, and a leader. And LG42, where's this guy going? So looking good. Plop, is he finally going to go and take this flag? The AA really does need to move up here. It's frustrating me. But these IL-2s are getting bombs off. They shouldn't be getting off. Luckily, the Fallschirmjäger was well out of the way. And the IL-2s all being picked off now by these fighters. Reece, considering he's been bringing out all these IL-2 fighters and started losing so many, I'm really surprised he's not brought an AA piece out. Probably wouldn't have helped at the moment because he's got 2 fighters, so one of them probably would have finished off his IL-2s, but he does need some AA out if he wants to go into the IL-2 game. This Tiger might actually go down now. Here we might see the power of the M30. Surely you can see the guy. Can he not see? Yeah, he can see. We're going to see the heat round firing at this Tiger. It's not, surely it's not firing. He's firing heat, isn't it? Should be firing the heat rounds. Oh, he's firing HE. Oh, you need to turn HE off? Oh dear, that's terrible. That's really unfortunate. Probably would have killed that Tiger. If we got one hit on that Tiger, I'm sure it would have gone down. It's really unfortunate there. He's firing HE when it should be doing the heat rounds. Yeah, you do have to micro-rees, I do recall now. You do actually have to turn the HE off to make them fire properly at the armor, which is, again, another silly feature of this game. Nice move here. So, smoke being laid down, and he's trying to push up onto the hill. With the T-34s straight into the face of a Tiger, though, not sensible. But looks like he's just trying to overwhelm the Tiger with sheer numbers of T-34s. I don't think it's going to be very successful. Can one of these get a side shot off? If one of them can get a side shot off, he's just going to drive it straight into the Fallschirmjäger though, and it goes down. Or maybe this Tiger got it. This T-34, really dangerous position here. This is not the way to deal with Tigers. They're just going to get picked off. Yeah, they're going to bounce those for days. Get side shots in, yet it would work out. In the south, Plop advancing here, and now he has a double tick on. Oh my god, he's really broke through in the southern position here. IL-2 coming in, trying to deal with the Tigers. Finally, the AA's moved up. Now there's no chance for these IL-2s. I don't think any of them are going to get bombs off. No, they're not. And their Sagittarius is going to come in again and clean up. Is he going to finish off the IL-2 cluster? Nope. Looks like he's just recalling it. Might have, I think it probably might have got that as well if he kept going for it. So unfortunate recall there for Plop. Yeah, he definitely would have got that. Another T-34 going down, this time to the... I believe that went down to the Panzerfaust. In the north, Fallschirmjägers, Stern Pioneers, they're sat in the open for some reason at the moment. LG42 advancing on its own. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like Plop's forgot what he was doing in the north. He can absolutely, no, he's reinforcing now. He can absolutely, oh no, he's unloading these. Absolutely sweep through here, take out all of this and gain 3 flags here potentially. Reece has spotted the issue though. He's bringing in his T-34. The LG42 has gone down, so that's a good win for Reece there. That could have taken out his tank, but he needs more infantry. A sneak around here, and looks like he is going to gain this flag. He's took out the infantry gun, so Plop just down to single tick now. A lot of action going on across the map. Yeah, peculiar Peculiar front lines here. Again, Plop needs to advance into this forest. He will be able to clean out this area. So Tiger, now in the south as well. Tigers are everywhere in this game. It's pretty good for infantry support with the HE rounds. Got decent power on them. Double MG34s as well. It's like super heavy infantry support. Again, so if infantry support, you generally don't want to bring things too close to your infantry, but this one, it's got decent side armor, rear armor as well. And so it's just the price of it. It's a very pricey infantry support vehicle, but it does a good job of it. Plop still got the tick on. He's cut into the tickets quite significantly. Oh, only a single flag ahead now, but he's definitely going to clear out this forest in the north, and I don't see Reece getting back into it anytime soon without the use of like some kind of off-map or persistent artillery or bombing runs. He has lost the front line here, but luckily he does have a leader in here, so he's going to hold these two flags. And Plop has reinforced this area. Got MG42s in here, but should be able to get on this hill and deal with some of this. Pack 43 coming in, overkill, no need to bring that. The flak back here would do the job. It would be able to mop up some of this infantry on the hill too. But Plop looking to push and get the double tick on. There's lots of opportunities for him to gain flags here. In the southern position, he can gain this one fairly quickly, fairly easily, and he's doing just that. I imagine they're coming down a stupid road. They are coming down a stupid road. That's unfortunate. And this flag has been ripe for the picking throughout the entire game. He just needs to move his Fallschirmjäger over to here. And then if the machine gun starts firing, you just pop out your tank, finish off the machine gun. The flag is yours. And this is definitely an oversight as well by Plop. He does need more in here. Just one unit in this position is not going to be enough. But it's doing well. Reece definitely had a nice early advantage, and he was lucky in the centre, I feel. Plop's investment in his heavy armour is now paying off. The armour over here, though, is very blind at the moment. Once the infantry gets there, it should be in a better position. But getting some recon up onto the hill, a sniper, would be nice. Again, these guys should be firing at these infantry, but they just can't see anything. Blind as a bat. Reece playing the flag game here. He's trying to sneak this flag. Nice little play there. Again, you always have to remember, this is a game of flags, so this will help him hold the single tick, or probably not. He has been caught. He has been found out. And Reece also advancing into the north, putting machine guns into the forest. That's insanity. These machine guns should be back here to secure these two flags in case all of this dies. And as we just saw, Pack 43 takes out the T-34. So if and when all of this dies, all of this is going to go down too, by the looks of it. I don't know why Plop is deploying his flags into the forest. This is insanity. There's no need for that at all. He has got the 15-9 back on again though. Reece does need to react. Oh my god. He's actually out of HE now, so he's probably going to start firing his heat. Finally. So if this Tiger pops its nose out again, it should get blapped by this thing. Infantry position quite far back here. Again, machine guns are useless in this position, really. They're not going to do much work. Back here, much better position. These guys should be in this forest here. Just on the edge of the heavy cover. In the north, still the clash is going on. And yeah, as I said, yeah, these machine guns just going to die, doing nothing. Disheartened, they're not going to be able to push through here. They're at least going to stop Plop from advancing too much further. Just keep the meat grinder going. We've got the double light machine guns coming in now. It's definitely going to help out with the T-34 support. But where is the pack? The pack is now moving up further. If he turns the HE off on the pack and moves it up, we'll be able to cut off the reinforcement road, which is going to be a big problem. Well, actually, it's not going to be a huge problem for Reece. He's just bringing an IL-2 to bomb it. But we are now into C phase. But both teams just 90 points to spare. These Sagittarios are just absolutely decimating in the skies. Oh, unlucky, flew straight past the IL-2 there. Again, they're too goddamn fast. You do have to be careful when you call these in. It's like when it's a fighter bomber coming in, you should insta-call these things in to try and catch them. But when it's an IL-2, you can take your time a bit more. And resupply here, very good from Plop, although he does need to move his mortar so it does get supplied. And with the radio in position, it should have a decent accuracy. Yeah, and he's taken out all this infantry. This tank's going to be obliterated fairly soon by the pack. Ju-88 getting off with decent bombing run. Not sure where that was actually. Looks like it was in this area. Still holding this flag, Reece. Plop still getting double tick. He's nearly caught up to Reece now. But Reece does have a lot of infantry in the south. So if Plop might overextend here and then get pushed back and lose a few flags. Tiger's gone down on the hill. The flak did take it out. Nice, nice, nice. Has this guy been using his heat shells? Not yet, but he is on the road now. And the Tiger is advancing. He might just peek out and be in range. Oh no, but then the Grenadiers might actually take down this artillery piece. Are they going to get eyes on it? Ooh, so close. But Reece is instead advancing into this area. It looks like he's trying to sneak all the way around the back of him here. He feels a weakness. He might just well think that this Tiger's gone down. He's probably not seen it for a while. Oh, the pack has been repulsed there. That is unfortunate. But it should be able to come back out fairly shortly. As long as it manages to stay out of the way of the infantry, it should be able to pick off this T-34 quite efficiently. Pumpkin now coming in just to make doubly sure that that can happen. And it's back to a single tick. Very, very tight game. Now we've got Gebs in the southern position. What are these in for? I'm not quite sure why these are here. Oh, the artillery is still not got sight on that Tiger as of yet. Another Tiger coming in for Plop. I feel like Reece might be the one who's trading a bit better, but it's hard to say. Maybe not. He's lost an awful lot of planes. And whereas Plop has lost a decent amount of armor, he's still got a lot out on the field. He's got a good number of Fallschirmjägers about as well, which are really pricey. So, actually, yeah, thinking about it, looking at what's on the board at the moment, I think Reece has not fared quite as well as Plop has in terms of trades, which is really important at this point in the game. So he needs to be really careful with where he chooses to attack. Still being ticked down. Just under 20 minutes remaining. He's doing too much of a piecemeal attack into here. Some artillery would be a better option. Some mortars. Just to pepper this area. This tank is just waiting to die. That's what it feels like at the moment. Luckily still a single tick. This is the most annoying part of the map for me. You can take this so easily, my god, Plop. He has reinforced onto the hill here, so that's good. That's pretty secured now. He might lose it temporarily, but not for too much longer. This flak really helping out Reece. Lots of Fallschirmjäger coming in. Oh, here we go. We're going to see the heat. Finally going to see the heat fire. And this tiger's going to go down. If this hits, this tiger's dead. He's missed. One more. We've got decent accuracy. Should be able to do it. Just needs one pen on this. Is he going to get it? Not quite, but the IL-2 is going to finish him off anyway. I believe that is his last cluster. And this AAP should keep him alive, so it's very lucky. It's heavily damaged though, so probably not going to see it come back in game for a while. When it's trailing black smoke, it usually means fairly heavy damage has been taken. But that's his most important unit in the game at the moment. And he only had 2 in the B phase, so it's definitely going to need them. 16-8 now. Things are starting to look pretty bad for Reece, but can he keep it going? I don't know why he's got these back here still. Needs to move them up through the forest. More machine guns coming into the south, T-34. And another double light machine gun unit again. These are not being used. The double light machine guns, the SVTs, these could do so much damage. Looking at what's here at the moment, he can definitely take this flag back. Definitely. Looks like he's just going to sneak this flag too. Good, good, good. Superior rocks are going to be, picked off by the tiger in the open. Unfortunate. Machine guns are going to get picked off in transport. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Unload, 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 unload. Oh, dear. I don't know what he's thinking there. Yeah, you shouldn't unload your units behind enemy lines. It doesn't make any sense. This is what's going to happen every time. You can sometimes get away with it a little bit, but he must notice things in here. He must have seen them. And if you are going to do that and you're worried about stuff being there, drop some smoke down. So Plop, double tick on again. 3 minutes, well, 3.5 minutes till victory. Looks like Reece has let this one slip through his fingers. Just overly aggressive in certain parts of the game. Once he got into here and had this secured, I think an AA piece back here to help protect this forest. AT guns into this area, and then you can sort of dominate these 2 flags, then focus more on the hill and how to get back onto this. But I feel like the mistake was throwing so much into here. He got this really early and then just let it dwindle and let it go. Really unfortunate. But I don't know how he can get back from here. Superior rocks, they're going to get unloaded, aren't they, in the open. Yeah, they can do some work from this distance, but against Fallschirmjäger, not much good. These guys need to move up and help out. There's a half a chance of getting this flag back, reduce it to a single tick, but he needs 3 more flags. Could possibly get this with a bit of luck, but I don't see a way he can find the flags he needs. This one he can get at least. 1, 2, very possibly 3 here. Look, these are crazy deployment positions here. Just deploy right the front line here in the open. Even then they're going to get picked off by the Fallschirmjägers. These guys moving up to here. He needs this flag though. The single tick is back on. He has managed to gain this flag. He has got this one back. Just needs to get this one here to stabilise. JU88 coming in, and it's going to... Oh, no. If he gets the Percy Rocks as well, that's going to be pretty bad for him. I think all of these are going to get wiped out. Fortunately, he might pin his own units here, Plop, with this bombing run. It's a good chance that's going to happen. He does pin his own units. He does pin everything there, and... just about holding onto this flag, but... and his last cluster plane goes down. Falchimer going to sweep through here and take all this out. And I think that is it. That is the final nail in the coffin, I believe. I don't believe there's enough power here to get through to this flag in time. Yeah, the Pack 43 is moving up now. It's got decent HE on it, this weapon. Yeah, 1.76, same like the Tiger. So that's going to pin all of this, push it back. And we are done. We are done. So well played by Plop. Very patient, bringing in the heavy armor. I thought it was a little bit of a mistake personally, but it worked out for him. Again, if Reece had pushed into here with lots of C-34s at the start of the game, which is a viable thing to do for first Piechoty, then having two Tigers up here would have been really useful. So it makes sense, and they are slow, but I still feel like he's not made proper use of them. One could have just come right out round here and pushed off this flag, and even gone all the way around to here to get eyes onto this area. But pretty solid performance. Understanding the map well, Plop. Making sure that he's got a good, solid position on the hill. And Reece also understanding the map pretty well for his division. Yes, securing both flanks early on, doing really well with his infantry, much more cost efficient than the first Fallschirmjäger. But his attempt to push back onto the hill was severely flawed. C-34s, they don't stand a chance there, really. They don't stand a chance. Really needs to get some recon up onto here, spot out the Tigers, bring in a fleet of planes and secure with some AA at the back to wipe out those Tigers. Then he could force his way back onto the hill. Either that or just artillery it to death. Well, nice game. I believe he got quite heavily out-traded in that, but we shall see. Yeah, pretty heavily out-traded there. For Reece, I'm not sure what's done particularly well here. I think the MVP for Mr. Plop is going to be the fighters. I believe they did so much goddamn work. Yeah, this was really poor as well at the start from Reece. So if you're bringing in PTRSs like that and you're rushing them that deep, you should be watching them, especially into the centre position, which is really important. You should be watching them. As soon as you see transport that's within range or close enough to being in range, unload your goddamn PTRSs so you can snipe the vehicles, stress out the infantry, then you can get some kills in. That could have actually changed the game completely on the hill. So it took a good while for the Tigers to get there because they're slow vehicles. Yeah, Sagittario picking off 1, 2, 3, 4 IL-2s. And the other one picking off 3. Very, very nice indeed. Tigers wasn't up against anything particularly heavy, but did a decent amount of work. Oh, picked off a combat there. Wow. I didn't even see the combat come out. Fallschirmjägers doing Fallschirmjäger stuff. Pack 43, get expensive. There's no need to bring this in, but it did some work. A Pack 40 would have done exactly the same job for a much cheaper price. So, yeah, I still don't think this is a good buy-in. And yeah, that's about it. So let's see if Reece can bring it back for an overall draw and get it to a 1-1 in this match. And I shall see you next times. Bye-byes.